Iran had a fairly decent FIFA Under-17 World Cup. They scored the fastest goal by defender Mustafa Hashemi against Argentina, which was later voted the best in the tournament. They also reached the knockout stage after beating Austria by the only goal. A fine reward for 3 years of hard work.
We've not just taught these players good football technique, we've given them lessons in life, such as good values, honouring their elders, knowing their God and respecting their parents. These are values we believe in, ones that any pupil or young footballer needs to know in order to progress. If they don't know these things, they won't find success and will have difficulties later in life.
After qualifying for what was their third Under-17 finals, the former Iranian international and Hamburg veteran Mehdi Mahdavikia joined coach Ali Doustimehr to offer the team a helping hand. Many years ago, Doustimehr had spotted him as a potential talent at the age of only 14. The current political climate surrounding Iran was what prompted his former pupil to intervene.
As you know, sanctions have had a damaging financial impact on our football. Our federation is having difficulties raising funds. Because of my respect for Mr. Doustimehr and his Under-17 team, which has now been together for 3 years, I decided to organise a training camp in Germany for them. Some of my friends and contacts also helped with the organisation of the camp, and I think it was a great experience for them. We saw how bravely they played against Argentina, and they could even have won.
The team played a number of Under-19 club sides, with the best performance being a 2-2 draw against Borussia Dortmund. It gave the head coach confidence that his charges could repeat their knockout appearance of 2009. And his former pupil, Mahdavikia, provided a perfect example for the squad.
When Mehdi Mahdavikia was a student, he could only attend school once or twice a week because he had to spend so much time at training camps with his club Persepolis and the national team. But he still had great academic results. He did applied physics and maths, and his grade average never fell below A+. He was a brilliant student. We have him on board as a role model for these young players.
Mr. Mahdavikia joined us for the majority of our training sessions. His presence motivated us greatly. We owe our progress in the tournament to our coaching staff and to Mr. Mahdavikia. Our federation may not have been able to do as much as we'd hoped for us, but Mr. Mahdavikia offered us a helping hand and organised a training camp in Germany. Games against the likes of Dortmund and Mönchengladbach gave us invaluable experience, and we applied those lessons in this World Cup.
Coach Doustimehr's class of 2008 was the first Iranian Under-16 side to claim the Asian title, and the same squad reached the knockout stages of the Under-17 FIFA World Cup the next year, the first time any Iranian side had done that at an outdoor FIFA event. And this year's crop managed to repeat the feat.
Despite the disastrous situation at grassroots level in Iran and the demise of clubs that traditionally nurtured young talent, such as Bankameli, Ra'ahan and Shaheen, clubs that did much to form the foundations of our football, I think Mr. Doustimehr and his colleagues performed a miracle by getting us to the Under-17 World Cup. Australia and Korea didn't make it, but we did. That point alone is worthy of praise, and then we even went beyond the group stage.
La ilaha illallah, la ilaha.
Doustimehr has coached at youth level for 3 decades. His players are renowned for their discipline, and during long training camps they're encouraged to join group activities and work as a unit both on and off the field. The football authorities in Iran have recognised his immense contribution, especially as so few top clubs devote any of their resources to youth football.
Our Achilles heel in Iran is the professional game. It's professional in name only. As far as infrastructure is concerned, our football is barely even amateur. Ever since we put Latin numbers on the backs of our players' shirts and injected large sums of money into the clubs, our football has gone downhill. They don't invest in youth football. And our clubs concentrate solely on what's happening with their Premier League squads.
The Iranian run finally came to an end in Al Ain when Nigeria, who eventually became champions, outmuscled them 4-1. Now the best of these youngsters will move up to the next level. It's been quite a ride. In the absence of club academies, the 21-player squad that came to the UAE had been scouted by hundreds of part-time but dedicated federation coaches across Iran. Those that made the cut then worked with Doustimehr for up to 3 years, often putting their studies on hold and making great personal sacrifices by living away from home for long periods. With Iranian clubs searching for instant glory, it's difficult for any of these players to make a professional breakthrough, but the presence of Mahdavikia might change all that.
This team, perhaps with some additional players, will make up the core of our under-20 side. We really want Mehdi Mahdavikia to remain with this team as an advisor or manager, as he's such a role model. His presence and his credibility can connect us to the rest of the world.
Well, the coach's wishes have come true. Mahdavikia has now been appointed a technical advisor to all of Iran's youth teams.
The grassroots level is the most important in football. Clubs should devote part of their budget to it and employ the best coaches. This is where you can mould the players. There's an abundance of talent all across our country, but lack of planning and proper infrastructure, starting with the creation of proper grass fields, has always held us back. The authorities need to rectify this, and then you'll see that we'll always be one of the top sides in Asia.